Good morning. So as I was thinking about what to talk about today, I see that my head is cut off. Not that we need my head. Good morning. Good morning, YouTube and fellow travelers of life. I thought I'd start this morning by pulling a numerology card. So I I pulled a card from my numerology deck this morning. And the card I got for this morning is creativity. And that goes along so well with what I have been saying up until this point. Today is September 14th. So I believe that is 9, 14, 1 and 4 is 5, 9 and 5 is 14, 14 and 4 for 2020 is 18, 1 and 8 is 9. So today is a universal day 9. And 9 is all about humanity, the humanitarian. Nelson Mandela was a 9. So, really, I think a day to look for the best of humanity as much as we can. And in looking for the best of humanity, we will also be the best. And as each one of us takes a step in our direction of being the best we can be, it stopped me for a minute because I thought a lesson that something I was never brought up with. And if I had children, what I would tell them today is what your job is to be the best you can be. Make yourself the happiest you can while keeping the people around you also comfortable. So it's not making yourself happy in spite of others, but to make you to do the things that make you joyful. And a lot of times that is within our creativity. So I've been talking a lot about us focusing on the thing that makes us tick, those creative juices that we each have in us, the gifts that we brought with us that we don't even recognize, because we think of them as just a hobby. We think of them as just something that we did that made us feel good. But those are our gifts, those things. I thought I would pull also an oracle card. I don't use a lot of oracle decks. I prefer the Lenormand and the Tarot, more specific decks. But I was called. So let's see what the Roots and Wings. This is a beautiful oracle deck. I don't know her name. Roots and Wings is Kat Reals, I believe is her name. And the card I got is Joy. And west. So when I step outside now, I smell the fires and I'm reminded. But we have to remember to hold our inner light at this time that is so important on the planet. And I know I talk about this. It is really my focus is that we are in this new shifting time on the planet. And we have the opportunity, even in the midst of the chaos, to start to step into the light by stepping into our gifts that bring us joy. So that is a fabulous card. Let me grab the tarot. And if you're with me and if you'd like a card, I please put a note in the chat. I'd be happy to pull a card. I think I can see the chat and we'll find out. But let's see what the tarot has to say for today. So I'm going to pull a couple cards. September 14th, 2020 for the collective. What is our most important message right now for the collective? Let's see what we have. On the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Rods. The Nine of Rods is a card, it can be a card of a little bit of being defensive. It's a little bit of holding our position. We've won and now we're holding our position, but there's no reason for us to hold a position anymore. We can just walk away and work with the people who are within our field, the people who are in our the same kind of belief systems. There's no need to stand guard of our beliefs and feelings, because right now there's, in some places we have no coming together. And while we're looking for common ground, it's best not to be defensive, but just to stand in our own knowing and move forward in our own passions and in our own direction. So I'm going to pull our action, our advice. Okay. The situation, the Seven of Swords. Sometimes sometimes I think of this as a card of self-care, but it doesn't feel like self-care today. It feels like everybody is kind of doing what they need to do for themselves. It's a matter of, like I said, about not arguing with people. It's a matter of going with our own truths. Our swords are our thoughts and our truths. I'm going to take my truth. This is not the traditional Seven of Swords. I'm going to take my truth and I'm going to go this way. And you and your truth, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not even going to address that with you. Let me get back there. Sorry for that interruption. So I'm just going to take my thoughts. I'm going to take my beliefs and I'm going to go my way. And this is it. So what that's showing me right now is that we're not coming together. We're not seeing each other's side. We're not finding the common ground. And right now it's a little bit of a confusion. The Seven of Cups is, in the political readings, they call it the gaslighting card, but she did come up in reverse. The Seven of Cups says, sometimes there's so many choices, I can't even look. I don't even know which way to go. I'm just done. I'm just done. Well, this is definitely not the time to stop. And the advice, because the advice card, the Six of Wands. Interesting, we have swords, cups, and wands. We have our thoughts, we have our emotions, and we have our passions. The Six of Wands says, persevere in your direction with love, because the Six of Wands is success